That was weird. I made a video just yesterday talking about the 4 guys who are still unrestricted free agents, and of course I was talking about Hamhuis, Bieksa, Hansen, and Burrows. At the end of that video, I said, if these guys do retire because one of them is 37 and he did just get bought out by his previous NHL team, I wish him all the best. And that is exactly what happened today. Alexander Burrows has retired from the NHL, and he is now the assistant coach of the Laval Rocket in the AHL, basically near his home. And this is totally weird. I didn't expect that to happen just the day after I made that last video, but I digress. Alexander Burrows was a guy who was low-key the heart and soul of the Vancouver Canucks for a good few years. Definitely one of the most prolific careers in the NHL, seeing as he wasn't really supposed to make the NHL at all. He was a ball hockey guy, AHL guy, ECHL guy, and he worked his way up the ranks. And because of that, he achieved what every underdog, undrafted hockey athlete would just dream of achieving. And he did it in the best way possible. 30-goal seasons, 20-goal seasons, the guy who meshed with the Sedins in their prime, that was amazing. And he scored some of the most memorable goals in Vancouver Canucks history. The 3 that come to mind, you know what, 4, let's make that 4. One of them is a shootout, doesn't really count. The 3 that come to mind to me are the Carolina Hurricanes break the stick over the knee goal. That was basically the turning point of the season where we said, yeah, okay, let's actually start being the best team in the league. Then, the Dragon Slayer goal against Chicago, that was amazing. I actually didn't stay up for that because it was past my bedtime. And I went to sleep right before the overtime happened, and I heard a whole bunch of screaming, yes, above me, below me, outside of the walls of my house. I heard yes. And while I was lying there in bed, I was thinking, we probably scored, didn't we? And then I went to my 5th grade classroom the next morning, and everyone was like, you didn't watch the goal? Alex Burrows just, like, one-timed it. It was great. So that was a goal as well. And then, the wraparound goal against Boston, against Zdeno Chara and Tim Thomas. That was a game that I actually did stay up to watch the conclusion to, and I remember celebrating with my mom and my dad. We were jumping up like, oh my goodness, they actually did it! They're up 2-0! And you could almost say that was the best that we felt the entire series. The last goal I was talking about that is memorable to me in the history of Alex Burrows with the Vancouver Canucks is the Magic Wand shootout goal. That was crazy, and honestly, I hadn't really seen it been done in a really long time, so seeing Burrows wave his stick around the puck, not doing anything with it, only to shoot a 5-hole on Henrik Longfist, I believe, I forgot, that was crazy, and I thought it was a huge testament just to how Burrows perceived the game. Because he wasn't afraid to do certain things with the puck, and he wasn't afraid to try things that he didn't really know would actually work out. And obviously, you could say that about his entire game, because he did have a few shenanigans later towards the end of his career that I think really put a sour taste in the mouths of most hockey fans when they think about Alex Burrows retiring. All the things with the Ottawa Senators and all that, the controversies, and like Taylor Hall and all that. That's obviously something that a lot of hockey fans are probably still frustrated about, but at the same time, it doesn't diminish the fact that Burrows had been one of the most influential Canucks ever, basically. He was the heart and soul of this team for a good few years, and now he's going back home to coach, assistant coach, the AHL team of the Montreal Canadiens, and I don't think he could be in a better position. He just got bought out, so he just got paid, and now he's in a position where he doesn't really need to play hockey all that much anymore to sustain. But he wants to stay around the game, which is why he's becoming an assistant coach. Alex Burrows was a player that a lot of people really enjoyed watching in Vancouver, not necessarily because of his antics, but because he was just that darn hardworking and passionate about the teams that he played for. I hope the best for Alex Burrows in his life after an NHL athlete, and I'm just really elated right now because what a better time for him to retire. And I don't want to say that because of any stigma that revolves around Burrows, but the Sedins, they retired this year, and Alex Burrows retired this year as well. You can't arrange these puzzle pieces in a better way. Seriously. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. For Plus, that's Gaming, and bye.